Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Blondie and Glompy.
Hello.
We're here today, we're going to talk about nostalgia in games. Our games we grew up playing and we're probably still playing to this day.
So many of these games I can still go back to and play and still enjoy compared to some of the crap that keeps coming out nowadays.
Yeah, even like when we were younger, the games that they used to make for when a movie came out, they would make a game for it.
Yes.
I remember them being so much better when we were younger. And I didn't even play all of them.
I remember playing Toy Story on the PS2. I think it was Toy Story 3. It was really good. The movie games back then were really, really good.
I remember, one that can pop up in my head is Coraline, but it was at one of those when you go to Spur or something, and they have that little place where all the kids go play games. I remember they had a Disney princess ones and stuff, and I remember somewhere had Coraline on Wii or something, and I loved it. So I never got through it because I didn't own the game, but I remember it was a fun game to play.
I didn't even know it had a game.
Yeah, Coraline had a game. Quite a lot of them had a game. It's just you couldn't find them or you just don't remember them.
I remember playing Shrek because it was one of the first multiplayer games I played. It was me, my mom, my brother, and my dad. We spent an entire weekend playing through that game, taking turns playing two at a time. It was so much fun. The game was difficult too.
I think the one game we played as a family was Trivial Pursuit. We had the wedges and everything. And it was on Xbox 360. We used to play that as a family. That was quite fun.
There's so many games that you can look back on and it has fond memories. I think one
Do
of
you remember close to what was your first game?
My very first game I played was Lilo and Stitch on the PS1. And it was basically it was a clone of Crash Bandicoot. So it was very similar to that. But I still remember it fondly. It was such a good game. I loved it.
I actually did play Lilo and Stitch, but on PC, because I grew up mostly with PC gaming. When I was little, I had a PlayStation 1, but I cannot remember for the life of me the games. I'm sure I probably had the first Harry Potter when we had it, because I remember just one scene with the owl, and that's the only image in my head that I can remember, because it was that was that little. But the one game that sticks in my head is, what was it called now? South Park Rally. It was PS1 game, and it's where the song always pops in my head because of that game.
I haven't played the game, but I think I've seen footage of it. And one that I'm sure we both played was Spyro. I'm not sure which Spyro you played compared to which ones I played, but I played the ones on PS2 the most. I played A Hero's Tale and Enter the Dragonfly.
Unfortunately, as much as I am a Spyro fan, I couldn't grow up on Spyro because Spyro was the only game my cousin had on PlayStation 4. So whenever we went to him, I would immediately run to his room and be like, Spyro, Enter the Dragonfly, put it in. And he's like, no. And I'm like, I want to play it now. And he would be like, no, I don't want to. Let's go outside. And I'd be like, I want to play Spyro. And eventually, sometimes they would just let me play, or he would pop me on a car game and just leave me somewhere.
And those Spyro games were so much fun. They're so nostalgic. Especially A Hero's Tale. I still sometimes replay that game. It's a really good game.
I would love to replay. I want them to remake Spyro Into the Dragonfly. A lot of people don't like it because of a lot of the laggy stuff and this and that and repetitive. But honestly, they remade the 3 original games and I honestly loved it. I honestly God, think they could remake Into the Dragonfly, and someone actually did. They made that first little stage. They rebuilt it and showed everyone what it would look like in that style, and it looked beautiful.
Yeah, there's so much they could do, and people would buy it because people love Spyro. I mean, that remaster they did of those 3 did really well.
Exactly, and people think they're giving us hints that there'll be a 4th one, but we don't know. But I'm kind of like really hoping that they just continue remaking some things, but also they might just remake a new story like they keep doing.
Yeah. Like they might just follow on from the original 3 instead of touching the others. I'm
Yeah.
hoping for a remake of Hero's Tale because that game still looks good even now, and it's so
I
much fun.
honestly think they could like touch up on the details on that one and then just plop it on PlayStation for anyone to buy. But
Yeah,
like,
'cause people would.
yeah, Into the Dragonfly, the graphics are a bit more down. So
Yeah.
honestly, they could reboot that whole thing and even fix up where people were complaining and stuff. But I quite enjoyed it. Looking for the dragonflies. Now I love to 100% complete the levels and everything. Then I feel very special.
That's
But
what you're gonna do. But that's the thing. I remember playing it back on PS2. It did have performance issues on PlayStation 2 back then.
yeah,
It lagged a lot. But it was still fun. Like, I don't see why people complained about it. It was still a good game.
exactly. Spyro is. It's what I kind of wanted to fully grow up on. So I can't say I grew up on it because I didn't have it in my house, but it was something I really loved, and now I got my little Spyro teddy bear.
And those are from the Legend of Spyro games, isn't it? Because that's the other
This
design.
one is much early. This one's from the Skylanders one because unfortunately I couldn't find a proper one. But I still
That's
really want a
Skylanders.
Funko Pop. My dream is for a Spyro Funko Pop. If I could find one.
I know a shop that has them, but they're expensive.
You actually know someone that has a Spyro Funko Pop?
I know a shop that sells them.
How hard they are to
It's
get. I want to get it in the
all-
box though. Still in the box.
Yeah.
So, what games did you play when you were younger and it still continues on to this day that you're still playing and collecting?
Okay, so I can't say Jack and Daxter because Jack and Daxter, they haven't made any more of them. I have all of them, but they haven't made any more. I'd say probably Need for Speed because I played all the Need for Speed games back then, and I still play whichever ones come out now. But it's tragic because the series I enjoy. Okay, actually yes, Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah,
Because
that one.
I played the originals on PS1, and then I played Wrath of Cortex on PS2 along with Nitro Kart. Then PS3 I didn't even think had any, but on PS4 we had the remaster and number 4, and I played through both of those. There's excellent games, even though number 4 was really difficult.
Well, for me, I mostly grew up on horse games like Pippa Funnel and Horses with a Z at the end. And there was quite a few horse games, but like series-wise, my main one is Tales of. And I started off the series with Tales of Symphonia with Emil. I think his name was Emil. And Tenebrae was in there, and he's like this spirit kind of thing. I can't remember exactly what they were, but that's jumped me on the Wii. That and
Yeah.
Pokemon, always Pokemon. But Pokemon I'll get back to now. But for our Tales of, I started on the Wii. I then started getting as many of the games as I could. So I have quite a few of them. Some digital copies. Very few are actual
Physical.
Physical.
Mm.
But Tales of is what I've been collecting ever since that first game that got me, and now on my Switch I have the digital version of the first part of that Tales of Symphonia, where it starts off with the character Lloyd and not with Emil.
I know nothing about Tales. I just know that there is like 20 games in the series.
There's so many. I don't know what kind of order they go in. Really, I really don't know. I know that some actually have an order. Just like Final Fantasy, I've also grown up on that one. There was one Final Fantasy series, I think, in the Final Fantasy series that actually like got all 3 or 2 of them. And it was with Lightning and her sister, I think Sarah.
It's Final Fantasy 13 and Final Fantasy 13-2.
Yeah, so I loved it. I played the one with where we played as Sarah. That was the one that started me on that one. We played as Sarah, and you had to find out what happened to your sister. And then the next one was like literal doomsday. So like I played it, but I didn't like the topic. But I wanted to play it, but then I couldn't get past a certain boss because Final Fantasy bosses really cut me from the story because I can't get further. So I looked up the spoiler, and that basically they all died. And I was like, no. And they're like, oh no, don't worry, they've reincarnated in this new world. And I was like, well, I don't give two shits about that. I wanted their story to continue. Like, my favorite couple was literally Lightning's sister Sarah and her fiance Cloud. Like, I would have loved to have seen how that would have bloomed. Oh, everyone loved Cloud.
I still remember those games because I think it was Final Fantasy 13-2. There was this one boss. It was in a city, and it was these two giraffe-looking creatures. And it literally stopped me from playing the game for months because I couldn't get past them. And I can't remember exactly which part it was from, but I just remember that being so fucking difficult. And it was right near the end of the game.
Hold on, I have to check myself. I don't think his name was Cloud. Hold on.
Cloud's the one from Final Fantasy 7, right?
Yeah, that's the one I played more recently. I think that's what the name's in. So I'm trying to check her fiance. Snow! That was the one we all loved.
Yes, Snow.
I would love to have that on PlayStation to play. I keep checking PlayStation Store in hopes that it pops up because Sarah and Snow. So sorry, people, I meant Snow, not Cloud. But there's still a lot of Cloud lovers. But I fell in love with Snow. He was my first game crush, most likely. He was like so loving towards Sarah. And he looked good. So
that does help.
Exactly, it helps. But he was such a sweetheart to her. It was so nice to watch, and the music in that game, in Final Fantasy, that game particularly beautiful.
I think that even goes back to like the older Final Fantasy games. The music's always really fucking good.
I adored the music in all the Final Fantasies that had like Sarah and her sister Lightning. One music I really liked was in one of the cities, but like I loved the music. Yeah, so it was 13.
Yeah, 13-2, and 13 Lightning Returns. Those are the three.
So the other game I've absolutely grown up on is Pokemon.
Yes, I played a few of the Pokemon games, but I wasn't like big into it growing up. It was only when I got older I started playing through them.
I would have started on, I think it was Soul Silver or something. Because I remember it popping up and I would beg my mom to get it because I had Nintendo. Yeah, Soul Silver and Gold. I really wanted to get Silver, but then my mom was like, don't have the money. So I think I started on Black and White. Pokemon Black and White. I got White for Reshiram. And from there, I've gotten most of the games. Not all of them, because some of them are weird games. But I got most of them. Pokemon Rangers, that was a really good one. I wish they would actually bring that back. That was a good story.
Yes.
And Pokemon Dungeons, they did make a new one, but it's old now, so I don't know if they're going to bring back another one of that. But the whole Pokemon series, I even had the Poke Park on Wii. But yeah, I'm still going very strong on Pokemon.
Oh yeah, the first Pokemon I played was only when I was older and I emulated it, but it was Pokemon Emerald. And I think it was on Game Boy, but I used the Game Boy emulator on my computer to play it. I still remember playing because I picked Mudkip as my starting Pokemon, and I loved it.
I so badly want to do a Soul Link Nuzlocke with you, because that would be pretty cool.
I have no idea how a Nuzlocke works.
Basically what a Nuzlocke is whatever Pokemon you catch, if they faint in a battle, they're dead. Can't bring them back on the team. Nothing. They're dead. They go into the PC box, and they stay there. You're only allowed to catch one Pokemon each route. There has to be the one into first, and you have to give them nicknames so you get attached. And you got to hold him.
We should actually do that then. That would be an interesting video, or a few videos, because you can make it into a series.
Yeah, I know most of the Nuzlocke rules thanks to Jaden Animation, but
the setup,
it's the setup that'll push us back.
Did you ever play through any of the Rayman games?
I don't even know what Rayman is.
You're missing out. This is ridiculous. No, you need to play them. They're so much fun.
So speak about Rayman. Okay. Tell us about Rayman, and then I'll speak about what I just remembered that I also grew up on.
Okay, so Rayman are the first game's a 2D action platformer. It's really difficult. You play as this cartoony guy who can shoot his fist forward as a weapon. But the later games follow 3D worlds that you have to explore, and basically, in the second game, you have to free all the lums and that from these space pirates, and then the third game, you have to fight corrupted versions of your healing items. It sounds insane.
Corrupted versions of your healing items. Like a bag and like, no, bitch, I'm not saving you anymore.
For someone who hasn't played it, it sounds insane. In the second and third game, you pick up these red healing items called lums. They fill your health. In the third game, they get corrupted and turned into enemies. And they're the main driving force of the game. It's such a fun game. And I know they had a multiplayer one called Rayman M, which was just centered around doing races and events like that. It was also fun.
Well, yeah, it sounds very confusing.
I will show you this game. You will play it.
I also remember another game that I played growing up on Xbox, since I mainly grew up with the Xbox 360. Ice Age.
Oh yes, I played through Ice Age as well on PS2.
Me and my brother used to challenge each other on it.
Which Ice Age though?
The dinosaur one.
Okay. I played through the second one where you play as Scrat.
No, I haven't played Scrat, but I remember the dinosaur one, and when you played the mini games, you were either little dinosaurs or you were sloths. And we used to try to screw each other over so much in those games. It was very funny to watch.
It's fun. It's competitive.
When it's two siblings, yes, it's very competitive.
Yes. It was the same thing with my brother.
So, the series I remembered now, because I was thinking of Xbox, I grew up on Fable.
I knew you were going to say Fable. I have not played through a single one of those games.
I have not completed Anniversary, but I did have it, and I remember on my Xbox thing, because I got the game, I got this lion head for my character, or something like that, your avatar. But I finished 2 and 3. Anniversary I never got through, but I still have the physical copies of all 3 of them sitting in a box, because I want to get an Xbox again, but I'm hoping it will work on the new Xbox as well.
I'm sure it will.
Because I bought them digitally as well, just in hopes that I can play them on Xbox again.
Isn't Fable also being remastered?
No, it's not being remastered. They're making a new game. So a new story and everything. Which is also why I'm very angsty to get another Xbox so I can play the new Fable. So I can judge them very harshly, because there's so much in Fable with all their little details that you kind of have to keep in to keep the Fable, just the way the game feels. Yeah. The way the things that happens in a certain game that doesn't happen in another game, like the art style of Tales of, for instance, and when you customize characters, there's a whole bunch of little items you put on your characters that you'll always find in every single one of their games, or something like that. So for Fable, it's making a character do weird ass gestures and having everyone around them look at them, judge them, like them for some strange reason, all the other stuff. And I know sex was a big thing, that they brought in condoms and STIs, and that was a very funny thing when I found that, because I never used that system because I was like, I don't care about that, I'm busy.
You know that's probably going to be in the reboot.
They have to, because it's a whole part of their history now. And but another thing they have to keep in it is the angel and devil side, which is when, depending how you play. So that's a big thing I loved for number 2, is because when you did good, you got like blue veins.
Yes.
And everything, but like when you're evil, that kind of sticked out more, because, you know, evil, you get horns, you get red veins and stuff. So it pointed out more when you're evil than when you're good, because when you're good, you just got like blue veins.
Yeah, the evil was like more major details.
Yeah, so I even remember like a quest where I eventually had a kid, and something happened to the kid, and I had to go find it. I don't know if this is a quest that like I've just made up in my memories, but I remember it. Running into a dungeon to save my child.
Your psychopathy is just making up things in your head.
I really wouldn't be surprised if my brain was making up scenarios. But yeah, I mostly grew up on Pokemon, Fable, all the movie games that they made. So games based off of animated movies. And I mean, the other one I can think of is, what's it now? Ruin Factory. I had that on DS. I stole that. Well, actually, no. Yeah, I stole that game. It was a little card. It was a little. She didn't ask for it back, okay? It was for the normal DS, which I unfortunately had to sell due to money reasons not too long ago. But it had a whole bunch of games in it. It even had a Spyro game in there I would play. But it was Ruin Factory, like Harvest Moon. I would love to find that game again. But like the actual digital... Well, they're not making it digital, so since it's not a digital one, I'd have to look for the physical copy. And I loved it because it had a whole story. And it's a farming simulator, but it had like a whole monsters and its story. And then what I loved is, like, after the main character disappeared, we got to play as the kid. Because I remember the character had brown hair, and it was a guy. We couldn't choose a gender. We had to play as a guy.
Tragic.
But, yeah. So this is the one I remember.
Okay. I'm looking through screenshots of it now.
Yeah, because when I said Harvest Moon, I went and I searched it, and a different Harvest Moon popped up, which I did actually get a while back on my Switch. I got the digital copy, and I actually need to play the digital copy. I just have been on and off with Harvest Moon because I bought the latest Harvest Moon, which was number 5, and I still haven't finished it.
I like Harvest Moon just because I like Stardew Valley, and Stardew Valley takes so much from Harvest Moon with the farming and the mining and exploration.
Okay,
and
so
that.
here is Ruin Factory 2, A Harvest Moon. That is the one. Because this is the exact game. This is the game I'm talking about. It has the girl that I was talking about, or the guy.
Okay, I see. Okay.
You play as that guy with the bandana in his head, and then the black-haired chick is like one of the girls that you can woo.
Build up your harem.
People would, honestly. I really wouldn't put it past some people to do that.
Oh, you gotta fit the anime theme.
Oh gosh. So yeah, that is also something I've kind of grown up on. I really wanted one of the Wii games when I was growing up because I only had that one game to play. But I could.
There's so many of them.
Exactly. If you search up, there's a whole series. That's actually also another series in this game series that I have hunted down. That I've actually bought quite a few and played them on my Switch that I could. I bought one on my freaking DS DS, but it never transferred to my account for my Switch, which was kind of sad because I had to re-buy it.
Yeah, that's frustrating.
Yeah, that was very frustrating. But I would love to get the whole series because I love Rune Factory. But what got me into it was literally just that Harvest Moon 2 was what got me into it.
Yes.
And now I have Rune Factory 5, I have Rune Factory 4, and I have Rune Factory Special.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah, so at the moment I only own these 3 because Harvest Moon 2's kind of disappeared because that little cartridge and whatever it was that had all those games on it eventually broke. So not broke, it stopped working. So I couldn't even play it when I had the old DS or my 3DS. It wouldn't play.
There are 8 games in that series.
But yeah, I loved their series. I loved the storytelling because I don't mind the farming simulation stuff, but keep an interesting fantasy story going, and you've got me hooked.
Yes, definitely. So I like the farming.
Farming's kind of like a tedious thing for me. Eventually, I actually start getting frustrated, which is why I keep putting down Rune Factory 5 because I'm trying to build up my income so I can make my sort of house, and so I'm living in someone's freaking attic. I'm not even joking. I'm living upstairs in some building in Rune Factory 5. I don't even have my own house, and I must decorate it.
Bro.
So yeah, basically, I'm trying to get my rented space to look nice, and I was actually romancing like a wolf guy. It was like a butterfly guy too, but
the werewolf lovers in our community are gonna be a fan of this one.
Look at a few characters. Like I had to honestly sit there and choose, but then I was like, fluffy tail, ears. Like some of them, like you sit there struggling who to pick to romance and who not to. Like who you don't want and who you want. I think in Rune Factory 4 I kind of struggled with who I was going to romance because I didn't know who.
Yeah.
And I eventually picked the guy with black wolf ears. I can't remember his name.
Furry.
It's just like they have a little like demeanor about them. Listen, like all the girls, there's always a girl lolicon, and I'm just like, no.
Which community are we gonna get on our side this time? The furry community or the lolicon community?
I'll go for the furry community. There's a safer side in there. Lolicon is just lolicon.
Yeah, no, there is no safe side there.
I'm on the safe furry side, so I'd rather just stay on my safe. I don't even know if they classify as furries. Like, I think they would.
I mean, if they have like animal features, they would classify as furry,
well,
or at least anthropomorphic.
Technically, he has furry ears, but I don't know. I can't remember if he has a tail. I know the guy in number 5. I think he does have a tail. There it is. Yeah, Murakuma. Alright, the guy from Rune Factory 4 did have a tail as well, but yeah, Murakuma. Fuck, I can't speak! Yeah, I started romancing him because he seemed like such a nice guy. And then there was another guy you could romance, which was... I just freaking saw... Riker. He's the butterfly guy, but he seemed so lazy. I was like, I don't know if I'm lazy enough as it is. I kind of need someone that gets me out of bed.
Yes.
But what I
love... lazy people.
Exactly. What I loved about Rune Factory as well is they, just like my Tales of series, Rune Factory does little anime intros and little scenes with it where it's actually animated kind of thing.
That's kind of cool. thank you everyone for tuning in. That's been our games that we were nostalgic over, the ones that we grew up playing. If there's any games that you grew up playing that we spoke about, or ones that we didn't talk about, please let us know in the comments. Leave a like.
If you guys would like us to go over details of certain game series that one of us talked about in another video, that would also be an awesome topic if anyone wants to comment on that.
Yep, I'm sure Blondie could speak about the Tales series for hours and hours on end, so if you're interested in that, let us know. Otherwise, please like, leave a comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. We will see you all in the next one. Bye!
Bye!